Yo, gearheads, buckle up, cause today we're testing Assetto Corsa Competizione on a PC that runs on hamster power and dreams. No fancy graphics card, just pure sim racing grid on an i3 potato. Can we conquer Spa in this budget beast? My rig ain't exactly a Ferrari, folks. We're talking Intel Core i3, 12 gigabytes of RAM that forgets things faster than Dory, and graphics so integrated they're practically holding hands. But hey, even lemons make lemonade, or in this case, pixelated podiums. I tested the game at 1280x 720p resolution and low graphics settings. Assetto Corsa Competizione is a racing simulation game that focuses on GT3 cars and features realistic physics, visuals, and audio. But can it run on a low-end PC in 2024? Let's find out. The game has a lot of cool cars to choose from, and I picked the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo for this test. Why? Because I like to suffer. Alright, visuals cranked down to potato mode, resolution set to squint and pray. Let's see what this bad boy can do. Normal weather? We're cruising at 30 FPS, smooth as butter, except for that rogue frame rate drop that's probably a squirrel chewing on the wires. That's not bad for a game that looks this good, but it's not very smooth either. The game also needs time to learn and to master the car controls, as they are very sensitive and realistic. There is an assist mode that you can use if you're a beginner to get the feel of different cars.
Car on the left. Green light, go, go, go.
Rain and lightning? FPS takes a nosedive like a stunt pigeon, but hey, at least the puddles look epic. I tested a quick race in the evening and in thunderstorm weather condition. The game gave me around 27 frames per second and occasionally dipping to 20 frames per second. The rain and clouds system looks amazing, and it's fun to play in different weather conditions, but it also adds more load to the CPU and GPU. The game also has night racing and dynamic weather, which are very immersive and challenging, but they also affect the performance. And by challenging, I mean impossible. I crashed so many times, I lost count, and I'm pretty sure the other NPC drivers were laughing at me. Night racing? We're back in the 30s, baby, like a disco ball with a caffeine addiction. I tested the game at nighttime in clear clouds condition. The game gave me around 35 frames per second and occasionally dipping to 27 frames per second. This was the best performance I got from the game, as the nighttime reduces the amount of shadows and reflections. The game also has improved AI, which makes the races more competitive and realistic, but they also use some CPU power. And by realistic, I mean ruthless. They don't care about your feelings. They will overtake you, bump you, and leave you in the dust. Now, listen up, cause even on this budget rocket, ACC delivers. The driving physics are tighter than a racing suit after a hot lap. The cars handle like greased-up dreams, every bump and corner whispering sweet secrets of speed. And the visuals? Sure, they ain't photorealistic, but they're like impressionist paintings of racing glory, blurry, colorful, and full of raw emotion. Plus, who needs Lamborghinis when you can master the art of the GT3 dance? Widely considered the pinnacle of sim racing realism, ACC delivers precise car handling, tire behavior, and track surface effects. Every bump and corner feels meticulously crafted. And by that, I mean painful. You will feel every mistake you make in your bones. Laser scan tracks look phenomenal. Weather effects add atmosphere, and car sounds are incredibly detailed, putting you right in the driver's seat. And by that, I mean definite. You will hear every engine roar, every tire screech, and every crash in your ears. While some miss the variety of the original Assetto Corsa, the deep dive into GT3 cars and official GT World Challenge content provides a laser-focused and authentic experience. And by that, I mean boring. You will see the same cars, the same tracks, and the same races over and over again. Race against real drivers in ranked and unranked lobbies, with features like pit stops and driver swaps adding depth to the competition. And by that, I mean frustrating. You will face the most skilled, the most aggressive, and the most annoying players in the world. Okay, let's not sugarcoat it. Content ain't as vast as the Pacific Ocean, more like a kiddie pool, and the learning curve, steeper than Mount freaking Fuji. This ain't your arcade racer, folks. You gotta respect the sim, put in the practice, and maybe offer a blood sacrifice to the racing gods for good measure. Fewer cars and tracks than other sims might disappoint, especially for those seeking variety beyond GT3 racing. And by that, I mean disappointing. You will get bored of the same cars, the same tracks, and the same races over and over again. The unforgiving realism and focus on simulation make ACC challenging for casual players and require a goodwill setup for optimal enjoyment. And by that, I mean challenging. You will struggle to learn the basics, to master the controls, and to enjoy the game. Poor multiplayer system and lack of matchmaking. The game has a poor multiplayer system and lacks matchmaking, which makes it hard to find suitable opponents and races. And by that, I mean hard. You will either face players who are way too good or way too bad for you, and you will never find a balanced race. Listen, if you're a sim racing diehard with a thirst for challenge and a love for GT3 beasts, ACC on a budget is like finding a gold nugget in a potato salad. It's messy, it's whimsical, that's Polish for demanding, for my international crew, but damn, it's satisfying. Just remember, this ain't for the faint of heart or graphics cards. But for those who dare to tame the beast, ACC will reward you with pure, unadulterated sim racing ecstasy. Assetto Corsa Competizione is a love letter to GT3 racing and a masterclass in simulation. If you crave unmatched realism, a competitive online scene, and are willing to invest in the learning curve and hardware, ACC is in a league of its own. However, its niche focus, demanding gameplay, and technical shortcomings might deter casual racers or those seeking broader content variety. And by that, I mean deter. You will either love it or hate it, and there is no in between. So, smash that like button if you're ready to unleash your inner racing demon on a budget. And don't forget to subscribe for more sim shenanigans, because on this channel, we push the limits of both pixels and sanity. Peace out, gearheads.